Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking about something a bit well, it's not really serious, but it's not like light-hearted basically. I don't know if you've seen, but the British BAFTAs, a man called John Davidson, basically shouted a racial slur at Michael B. Jordan and someone else, I forgot who it was. But basically, obviously Michael B. Jordan, a black man, and the other guy who was also black, they were both on the stage, and they were presenting whatever, and he shouted at the N-word basically. Now, John Davidson has Tourette's, and he is also the inspiration of the film called I Swear. You've probably seen TikToks or YouTube shorts of it by now. It's the guy who's like walking down the street to the police, and he's like, oh, I'm selling crack cocaine, and obviously it's his Tourette's, he can't help it, and they put him in jail because obviously they don't understand what Tourette's is, and so they think that he's like being like, well, at first they think he's an actual drug dealer, and then when they realise it's not crack, it's sugar, he's got a pack of sugar in his pocket and nothing else, then they just chalk it down to, oh, he's got a bad attitude. Obviously, I guess reflecting real world problems today, people know what Tourette's is, they just don't know how serious it is. I guess they don't really know the full extent, and I was one of those people. So when I first saw this outline, I kind of agreed why everybody was a bit mad, because, yeah, he's got Tourette's, he couldn't help it, but I, amongst many of the other people who didn't research this problem, I thought that it was like something that just made you shout stuff that was on your mind. So I was like, well, technically he didn't mean to say it, but then he's also thinking it, so kind of bad. But I saw later on, throughout the day, I saw Jamie Foxx talk about it, and Jamie Foxx was commenting on one of the posts, saying that it was like wrong, unacceptable, and that John Davidson meant it. So I thought, right, let's do some research, because I haven't done any research on it yet. All it took was one Google search. Does Tourette syndrome make you shout what you're thinking? The answer is no. Now, I guess it could, but most of the time, it's not. Basically, it just makes you come up with a tick. I don't really know what the word. I guess it's instinctual. So it's like it's something as natural as breathing or fucking sleeping, or like just or blinking, just stuff that you know to do, but you don't mean to do it. That's basically what this summary come up with. That's basically the best it described it as. It's a tick that your brain just comes up with for you. Like, you don't even need to be thinking of it. Like, you could be with an elderly woman and maybe she's got fucking wrinkles or whatever, and you could maybe you've subconsciously seen the wrinkles, but you're not thinking it, because you're not a nasty cunt, and then your brain for some reason makes you yell, oh, wrinkles, you've got wrinkles, you fucking saggy cunt. Well, okay, that was a bit rude. That was a bit too much from me. But basically, it's as like instinctual as that. So basically, bottom line, he didn't mean to say it, and he most likely probably wasn't thinking of that word. His brain has just done that, so it's something he can't help. And so I kind of changed my mind a bit. I was like, oh shit, this guy actually hasn't done anything like bad at all. Like, it's not his fault. He's got Tourette syndrome. It's known that he's got Tourette syndrome. People just haven't bothered to do the appropriate research. So I was kind of thinking, shame on all these people for having a go at him, and then they've not actually took the time out of their day to research this problem. And they all jump on the bandwagon. They're like, oh, you know, I'm a victim, he's just shouted this fucking word and this targets my whole community. But then they're putting shame and they're adding to the, what's the word? Segregation, basically. They're adding to the thing that segregates people with Tourette syndrome and other similar disabilities from people who don't have it. They're adding to that problem by not understanding it. So it's kind of hypocritical in a way for them to say, oh, you're shaming our community, by then shaming another community by not understanding it. Again, of course, I'm not really heated about it because it's not something that affects me, but at the same time, I just don't understand why you wouldn't put like research into it. Again, people like Jamie Foxx and that, I hope they do like come to their senses, I guess, and realise, oh, you know, he didn't mean it, to be fair. You know, obviously, I'm in the heat of the moment, you think things that you shouldn't, and that's completely fine. You know, it's just how we are, it's human biology, that's completely understandable. So, let bygones be bygones. But in a week, if he's still solid on his opinion of, oh, you know, fuck John Davidson, you know, that guy's a racist, then that's just no need. And the biggest opposition in today's episode, or in today's video, the biggest antagonist is BBC themselves. BBC, by the way, who I can't stand. I actually hate BBC with all of my heart. I fucking hate them. I've never like made a video on it, and like it's weird to explain, but I'm not a hateful person. There's not a single person that springs to mind when I think of the word hate. But organisations, however, BBC, I absolutely cannot stand. I think they are the bottom of the barrel scum. And I feel very strongly about that. Again, not a hateful person, so for me to hate an organisation, you know, that shows that they've done some pretty deplorable shit. For example, they will shame anybody, any chance they get, yet they will keep pedophiles employed for them and not care. And I think that some of the stuff they do, some of like the hit pieces that they do on people is absolutely disgusting. Like, they will gladly throw someone's entire career, or try and jeopardise someone's entire career, throw it down the toilet just for a bit of a payday. Like, you know, not even for a promotion, just for a bit of viewership, for a bit of favouritism. It's like, that's genuinely despicable. And basically what their role in this was, is obviously they were the people that were broadcasting the whole thing. Basically they cut other stuff out that they didn't like. I think that there was some speeches in there that they weren't like happy with, so they cut that out. Yet they kept this in. So I saw that. They kept him saying that word in because they knew that it would get people riled up. And again, they know he has Tourette's. They're not fucking stupid. Like, they know his importance to this award ceremony was. Yet they've not cut his piece out, or not piece, but they've not cut his outburst out. Or not even outburst. His fucking a display of his actual disability. They've kept that in, knowing that it will piss people off. Yet they've cut other stuff out because it was too boring, or they didn't want to hurt certain people. Yeah, someone like that they'll fucking throw to the wolves. But, you know, like someone who genuinely doesn't have control of what they're doing. At the end of the day, they think, oh, you know, racism, you know, that's going to get people riled up. Yeah, let's keep that in, and let's show people that, oh, we don't stand for racism. But they don't take a second to think morally or ethically and go, oh, this guy didn't mean it, let's cut it out, you know, let's try and help him a bit. No, because the actual, I fucking hate the BBC. And we pay, by the way, we pay TV licenses for these fools every single year. I think I bang out of order. So I've never understood that. Like, it's an age-old thing where you just have to pay a TV license for the BBC. That's the only person that you're paying it for, by the way. So you have to buy your own TV, and then you have to pay an additional TV license to fund their broadcast, which I fucking can't stand anyway. So I'm paying for a license and my money's going towards people that I don't like. So that makes sense. But yeah, fucking, I don't know. I think that's really, like, actually abhorrent stuff. But yeah, it just pissed me off because I saw in the comments other people getting mad at it as well. At the end of the day, John Davidson, no hate. You know, maybe some people won't agree with me or whatever. I don't know. I'd love to see your comments. You know, if you actually don't agree with me, I'd love to see your comments and try and see what you can't understand about this. Some things, again, what people need to realise, and I say this a lot, and people don't understand what the fuck I'm on about, is it's a simple phrase. Not everything's black and white. Some things are just grey. What that means is, for people who genuinely have no idea what I'm talking about, some things are not right or wrong. Sometimes they're just there. And people can't actually comprehend that statement. Because the thing is, some people are too stupid to see outside of the box. Like, their brains can only associate things with right or wrong. Like, some people can't actually comprehend that there is a grey. That there is, like, a fucking field out there that holds no bias. You know, that there's a zone of fucking neutrality. People just can't understand it. And yeah, is neutrality a word? I don't know. I've just said that. That's probably not a word. I'm gonna cut the video. Hang on. It is a word. I fucking knew it. I've never heard that word before. How the fuck did I've come up with a word that already exists. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap the video there anyway. If you have any thoughts, please comment down below. If you have an opposing view to me, that's completely fine. It's not my place to call you a twat. I don't agree with it. I'm also not going to hate on you for it, because everybody has the right to an opinion. I'm not going to shame people for, like, a God-given right that they're allowed. But I can disagree, and I can find you a bit weird for not agreeing. But whatever. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.